Come on in. It's Sharona. Come on in. This is a what? Prompt two? That's the word. Prompt two live. I'm out on my back patio. So if you hear cars, planes, birds, dogs, and the fan, I have the fan on in the background. So you might hear like muffle. Hopefully, this is clear enough. Come on in. Come on in. We're going to talk on two couples, right? We're going to talk on Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty. There's rumors out there that they're separated, right? And then we're going to talk Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion. So I'm just going to give everyone a minute to come on in. Please like, share, subscribe. Let's grow our little channel. The competition is fierce, right? The competition out there is fierce. Now, I was thinking of doing lives on Wednesday for about, 10 to 30 minutes. It depends on what the story is. And while we wait for people to come on in, I guess I need to start setting the notification. So if I know I'm going to go live, then to put it so to expect people. Now we have over 2,500 in our little, on our little channel, and we need a lot more. I also have a segment that I'm doing, and it's called Reality Talk. So that's where we go for reality, real world news or local news, and then we give the context to that story that's going on. So again, this is not only a entertainment, channel. We want to talk world news also. And yes, entertainment is reality, but reality with a twist, while reality is what reality is. Now, like I said, the dog is out in the yard. His name is Mellow. His name is Mellow. He's what? I think he's 4 years old. I'm not quite sure. But Mellow is out and about. So, if you hear him, you hear him. I have one person. Give me my first like. Do a like. Do a like. Anyways, this is YouTube. It takes a while. Just give me a quick like. So we're just going to get into it. So, again, Sharona, hello. 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 Sharona, please like, share, subscribe. Tell everyone to come listen. We're going to talk on Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion. So this is a breakup couple episode, right? And we just want everyone to come on in. And again, I have another segment where it's called Reality Talk, where we talk about real life situations. And again, it's not that entertainment is not real life reality. It's just that, you got to separate the two. You got to separate the two. So we're going to go on and get started with Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty. So like I always tell people, right? I don't know these people. I don't have any friends who are in the entertainment business, nothing like that. But I come on and I tell from reputable sources. So either I go through stuff like TMZ or People Magazine, Page Six, people that when they tell the news, it's 90% true, I'm guessing, right? And yes, so that's how I do my thing. Anyways, Nicki Minaj and her husband Kenneth Petty, they're saying that, they're separated. Now, the rumor started late this month, April 2026, that they've been separated. And the speculations began after reports surfaced that Petty updated his primary address on a public registry to a small house in Queens. So they're saying because, he did this registry, that means this man is living on his own. He's not with Nikki and their son, Papa Bear. He's by himself. So we're gonna go ahead and read just this quick article, just giving you the quick rundown. Because again, we don't know if this is true, right? We can only go by what's out there on social media, and again, with reputable agencies who are also repeating the story, reporting the story without knowing factually, because neither one has come out to make a statement, right? So it said the recent surge in public interest follows claims from media personality DJ Vlad and various entertainment outlets regarding the state of the couple's marriage. So they're saying that rumors gained traction when it was reported that Kenneth Petty updated his address on the New York State Sex Offender Registry to a modest 800 square foot home in Jamaica, Queens, rather than the couple's California mansion. Now, if you remember, they were saying that Nicki was having problems with the house to sell the house, or she couldn't keep up with the mortgage and stuff like that. But I mean, 800 square feet, square foot, that's still a good size, right? It says, according to reports by Hip Hop Hot News and International Business Times, they they're saying that the split may have been related to infidelity, and not only infidelity, but apparently, allegedly, whomever he cheated with, now that person is pregnant for Kenneth Petty. That's what they're saying. They're saying Nicki Minaj nor Kenneth Petty has issued an official statement confirming a separation as of today, the 29th. And, some fans are speculating that the address change could be privacy tactic to shield their primary residence. So people are saying he just did it on his own. They plan to do it so that people can pay attention to that house and not to where they are now for privacy. So with the background with these two is they got married in 2019. Now they knew each other for a while, right? And they lost communication. They got back together, got married in 2019. They had their Papa Bear in 2020. I don't even know this kid's name. If you know the kid's name, put it in the chat. I have no idea what their son name is. And it said that he was present or put on the sex offender registry because of a 1995 conviction of first degree attempted R in New York City. So that's the reason why he was put on the sex offender. Now, if these two are separated, I think Nicki, she knows what social media is going to say. Because from day one, when she said she was with him, then she got married to him, then she had a baby with him, people are like, what are you doing? But then again, these are grown ass people. Nicki Minaj is a grown ass woman. She should have known the consequences. But I don't know how you can have a child, let alone get married to a man, and you think you're gonna have a family, knowing that this man cannot be around your son if he's in a school play, if he's in sports or something like that. This man cannot go anywhere where his young child, if he's to be around with people. You can't even take your son to the playground because there's other kids around. So, for her to know this and to willingly have her son knowing that there's not going to be any outdoors father bonding, or if there is, there's no other kids around, right? If your son has to throw a birthday party, you can't be around those people's kids, right? Unless they're not strict enough to say, well, these are family members with their kids. They know Nikki, they know Kenneth, their kids are safe around them. Then probably they can get away that, in the closure of their own home. But if this kid wanted to go to a bowling alley or to the movies or to the park for a birthday, no, it cannot be there with other kids. And I don't even think if they went to a bowling alley or a movie theater, and you're like, well, a movie theater is enclosed, so they're only sharing that one theater. No, if there's kids around, no. If you go to a bowling alley, unless you're going to rent the entire bowling alley, no, you can't be on lane 3 and then you have kids on lane 9, and you're saying, but we're like, what, 3 lanes, not 3, 6 lanes separated? So, of course, I can, still stay in the bowling alley and bowl. No, it doesn't work that way. And to see that she did that, and Nikki's not in good terms with the public right now, right? Because she is now MAGA and, for Trump. And, people are even speculating that maybe she did that because then Trump can get her husband records wiped clean or some crap like that. But no, once people know who you are and what you were accused of or convicted of, no, it's not going to be easy to move around with people unless you just have your circle of friends and then you know you're just going to be around those people, right? So yeah, for Nikki, if they are not together, I think it's because she knows if it comes out that they're no longer together, they're separated, and then they're saying because he might have gotten someone pregnant, cheating and gotten someone pregnant. So not only is she dealing with the backlash with the Trump thing, but now your husband, who people were like saying, why would you do that? Why would you limit yourself to a man where you can't go certain places? Why would you have your son with a man that cannot interact with your son out in public when kids are around? Or if you move to a certain area, neighborhood, he's not allowed. You know what I'm saying? So until they come out and say anything right now, it's just speculation. Their reps haven't come out and said anything. What exactly does Kenneth Petty do? What does he do? Can someone tell me what he do? What he does? What exactly does he do? Ah, Martin, thank you. Martin liked and subscribed. Hi, Kendrick. Hello, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Martin. Yeah, so, with Nicki Minaj, she knew exactly what she was getting into. And again, for Papa Bear, that's the thing. But, anyways, we'll keep abreast or keep on this story to see if it's true. Let's see if their rep will say something. But that's what's going around on social media, on the blogs, that Nicki Minaj and her husband, Kenneth Petty, married in 2019, so 6 years of marriage. It looks like they're separated, allegedly due to cheating and to an expectant baby with this person. So that's it for the Petties. So now we're gonna go on to Megan the Stallion and Klay Thompson. They haven't even been dating for a year. It's less than a year since these two been dating, and I heard people refer them as engaged, and they were looking to buy a house together, stuff like that. But I haven't heard anything of that. So apparently he cheated because that's what she is accusing him of. That he cheated. So let's read this real quick. It says Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson have officially broken up nearly a year of dating. The rapper announced a split on April 25th, 2026, publicly accusing the NBA star of infidelity and horrible mood swings. Now, this rapper has been with people like Coco Jones, the singer, which I never knew. The actress, she is playing the role of Susan the Pass in the new Michael movie. I don't even know her name. She was in the Spider-Man movie, I think part two, where she played Peter Parker love interest. I need to see who that actress is. I'll put it down there. But yes, let's go through this. So she announced a split through her Instagram story and a formal statement she made to, US Weekly, stating that the trust and fidelity are non-negotiable for her. Meaning, once you do it, you're done. She's not going to, let's sit and talk about it. Let's go to counseling. Let's go to therapy. You cheated. That's enough. We're done. It says that she alleged that Thompson struggled with being monogamous and claimed she was playing house with his family while he was being unfaithful. Now, there was rumors going around that he's not a faithful person, like I said. I know he was with Coco Jones for about a year and a half, and we didn't see them together, right? It's not until this came out with Megan that I found out that they were a couple. Hello to everyone. Hello, hello, hello. like, share, subscribe, tell everyone we're on. So back to this. Okay. So after it came out that they broke up, she then made an announcement that she will no longer complete her schedule of performance for Moulin Rouge, right? She's in Broadway. She's on Broadway in Moulin Rouge. And I think the day after she came out with that story, or the same day that they broken up, there's a video circulating where she broke down because, people were applauding and everything like that. Which to me, we're human, but you're on a job. I'm sorry, guys, you're on a job. People get broken up with all the time. And, I'm sure she's sad and everything like that. And the other thing that I was concerned with is that when they said that she was going to be exiting the Broadway show, which is Friday, she's leaving the show Friday because she's supposed to be there from May 1st to the 17th, right? Continued up until the 17th. So she's leaving Friday, May 1st. So for those people who bought their tickets in advance to see Megan, will not be seeing Megan the Stallion, right? And to me, it's unfair to them. And I was even thinking, well, refund those people, but then you can't. Because on Broadway, they have someone called the understudy. Now, the understudy is there for the main performer if they cannot perform for the show that day, that night, or anything, then that understudy will come in and fill the role. And with Megan, not because she's leaving, they were going to just stop the show. No, that understudy now will take over that role until they find someone else. It's just that the people who paid their money just to see Megan herself, because, I heard people saying Broadway, you don't see a lot of people of color on Broadway, right? So to hear that Megan, a rapper at that, because you have people who go to theater school, stuff like that, study the craft, everything like that, she's taken away from those professional, but because she already has an audience, she's making the Stallion, then it's drawing more attention to Moulin Rouge. So those people who paid their money, got their outfit, flight tickets, if they're flying in, they're going to be disappointed because she's not there anymore. And like I said, they cannot get a refund. They can try, but the understudy will be there to take over the role from Megan. And that's like 2 weeks, right? Because she had the role until May 17th, but now she's leaving May 1st. So, yeah, it's almost 2 weeks. So I'm sure people are not going to be good. And I also said, hopefully it's not over Klay. Hopefully, because if it's over Klay, you can understand, okay, you want to take a couple days off, probably 1, 2, 3 days, but not the entire rest of your contract, right? And I don't know what that contract looks like for Megan the Stallion to be like, I'm done. I want to leave. But hopefully, like I said, hopefully she's not doing it for a man, especially a man like Klay Thompson, where rumors have always been going around that he's not a faithful boyfriend, nothing like that. But she felt she got a good one because she did say it, like she felt like she found her one. And it just so happens, no, Megan is not. And it's nothing on her end, right? Because men are going in, and how she's what, like a person who dates a lot, and probably she is the problem. No, nothing like that. That's just a man. Clay's a man that needs to have something in his meat, or on his meat, if you get what I'm saying, at all times. And not because she's Megan the Stallion, that means she's just the perfect one. No, he's what, I think they said he's, is he 36? I'm not even sure how old he is, but he's not ready to be mature. He's not ready to settle down, not ready to start a family, nothing like that. So it's good that she knows now. What she needs to do is take a break. It's like with all these couples, like not Zoe Saldana, whoop, Zoe Kravitz. It came out now that she's engaged to Harry Styles, but it was it 2 years ago she was engaged to Channing Tatum. And I'm like, these people don't give themselves time to just, be to themselves, grow a little. Or maybe these are people, they just have to be in a relationship to be in a relationship. But they were also saying that Klay Thompson, was cheating with a WNBA player, Lexi Brown. And she issued a public denial, like she's not into these rumors. She did not, she's not with Klay, leave her out of it. And that is that. But again, yeah, people, Nicki Minaj and what's his name? Kenneth Petty. Allegedly, they're no longer together because he cheated and got a girl pregnant, allegedly. Then Megan Thee Stallion, she's cutting her run short on Broadway. People were bought tickets, plan their style, what they're gonna wear, what they're gonna do for their occasion to see Megan. Now they won't be able to. They cannot get a refund unless they go and something. But again, Broadway, they have understudy, so if the main person cannot do it, that person will come on in. So, gossipers, thank you so much to the 4 people in the chat. Hit the like button, please. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Shout out again to Martin, Kendrick, XRT Ardit. Hello, hello. Thank you for coming. Please spread the channel. Gossip in the Dark with Sharona. We have our, reality time where we talk reality stuff. But yeah, so we just did the 2 couples. Again, Nicki Minaj, Kenneth Petty, Megan Thee Stallion, and Klay Thompson. So as always, please like, share, spread the word. Let's grow our little channel. Thank you for watching and listening. Peace out, guys.